Another important feature that we can add to our game is sound. Most games feel more immersive and are interesting when we have sound effects or a soundtrack playing. So this is an easy task to do, and I'd like to show you how by starting in the event sheet. Now, one of the first things we're going to need to do is select some sound files that we're going to use, and I would suggest looking at a website that offers royalty-free music and sound effects. One of the ones that I've used a lot is called Pixabay, and this is a really great place to start. So because I already have those sounds downloaded, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the steps for how to import them. The first thing you're going to do is go over to your sounds section in Project, and if you right click you can choose Import Sounds. During the Import Sound screen you can either click on Import Audio to navigate on your desktop to the files, or in this case I have the files and I'm going to just drag and drop them directly in. The file formats can vary. The best one would be a WAV file, WAV, although you can use WebM, you can use MP3, OGG, and many other formats. When you're all set, you click Import. You'll now notice that the files are all in this Sounds folder, and this is an important folder because what it does is preloads these sounds whenever the game is started. So any sound that is in here will be preloaded so that way it can play instantaneously. This third file called Marimba Tropical African Travel Game is my soundtrack that I chose. Normally I would drag this into the music category, and the reason that it would be different than in the sounds category is music would not be preloaded. That means that when the music is playing in the game, it would actually be streamed. This can help make your game run a lot smoother and faster, but because we have a very simple game and I want to make it easy to just start right off with the music, I'm going to leave it here in the sounds file. The next thing is to find out which event is going to trigger a sound. In this case, if my player box collides with the gem, it disappears the gem and it adds 10 to my score, and I'd like a kind of sound that makes it known that I've picked something up that's good. So what I can do is click Add Action, and I'm going to add an audio action, and I'm going to choose Play from Audio. It will look in my sounds folder and it's looking for the different sounds that I've imported. I'm going to use this one called 3 Up 1. I can test what it sounds like by clicking the play button, and in this case I'm not going to loop it because I only want it to play one time. I'm not going to lower or raise the volume. I'm going to leave it at its regular level. I'm not going to pan it left or right, and I don't need to tag it in this case. So I'll click Done, and now what will happen when we preview our game is every time that my character touches one of the gems, you'll hear, and this is a really great way to let my player know that they've done something good. Finally, we're going to add in our soundtrack that we want to have playing on a loop in the background. To do that, we're going to create a new event. This is a system level event, and we'll click Next. And near the bottom, under the category known as Start and End, we're going to select On Start of Layout. This means that when the layout begins, essentially our level starts. We'll click Next. Now the action that will follow this event is adding an action, again, audio, play, and we're going to select our soundtrack. This time though, I'm going to set it to looping because I want it to play the full length of the song and when it finishes to start over again. Finally, we'll click on Done. And now when we preview our game, we should hear our music right from the beginning. We also have the sound effect that goes along with a collection of a gem as well. And that's it. You now have a soundtrack and sound effects.